Hello there. I decided I'm going to make a quick review on this, and this review pretty much is just going to be a quick, fast one. It's just only going to cover some minor parts of this game, why I think it's actually a deal breaker game. And this review is intended more for people who actually grew up in the 1990s playing Street Fighter games since the Street Fighter 2 series. And I've actually been playing these games for over almost about 25 years, and I must say this is not what I was expecting. And what I have to say is I don't recommend anybody to buy this game who actually bought the most of the originals from the console versions. Of course, when Capcom put this game together, it mostly was from the arcade ROMs, and if you want a more full kind of complete game with its original look within the different Street Fighter games, you're not going to get it here. I mean, if you want to collect this for a collector's purpose, fine, whatever, especially if you want to look at all the extra nice little content and the history behind Street Fighter, that's cool, that's great, I get it. You're a fan of Street Fighter for many years and blah, 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 blah. But to be honest, if you want to have a more natural, real-time, great fighting experience and more fun and enjoyment, you are not going to get it from here. Capcom seriously needs to send, I think, you fans a proper update for this game, because this game, to me, is broken. First of all, for example, because you're not getting the console versions of this game, you're not getting the more polished versions of these games, including Street Fighter 1 with the original orchestrated remix musics, or the orchestrated musics, and, the more, like I said, the original options and stuff. This game has been dissected down, stripped down of a bunch of options. What else can I say? The difficulty, oh my goodness, here we go again. First of all, before I even get to the difficulty, I was learning more about how they put the game together, and I dissected the code. I don't know why they want to go into the code rather than just keeping all the original code normal, but they decided to reprogram the codes, and if you do it too fast or quick or whatever, depending on the game speed, a lot of times when you're trying to do the Hadouken or the Fireball or whatever special type of move, half the time it doesn't even work in this game. So half the time you're just like killing the controller here, struggling just to get a move out, and then, oh, finally the super move finally happened, just when you don't need it to, or it just never comes when you really want it to. It's like more of a random guessing game. Oh, is it going to work this time? Oh, no, it didn't. Let me try again. Nope. Oh, it didn't. And that's the problem that you're going to be getting this game. You're going to be in a lot less control. Not only that, I've tried the difficulty on the hardest mode versus the easiest mode, and to me, it's almost exactly the same. And then if you change up the speed of the games, the difficulty also changes as well. So you'll be struggling, guaranteed, if you put the difficulty mode on 1, and it doesn't really make that much more difference if you move it all the way up high up to, let's say, 8. So the difficulty is broken in this game, and that to me is what makes this game to me more unenjoyable, not fun, and can be frustrating, But because I'm aware of how broken this game is, to me, it's just a waste of money. I'm very disappointed. I'm sorry I didn't check enough reviews for this. I regret buying this. In fact, right now, I'm in the middle of selling this to somebody off of Kijiji, and they're going to buy it off me from Kijiji because they want the game. Though, I'm warning them what they're getting. But like I said, I know there's a lot of people who are just going to buy the game because, Street Fighter or whatever. And this review, once again, is not for younger people of the newer generation. This is for people like born in the 1980s who grew up from the very beginning on a lot of Street Fighter games and has bought most of the console versions of these games. I'm not talking about people who played it at the arcade. This is for people like me who grew up for the last 25 years buying a lot of the Street Fighter games on the console systems, and I can tell you this is absolutely nothing like that. So if you want that real-time, old-time experience in that form of way, especially with a properly balanced out difficulty, and to do special move attacks and codes You're not going to get that here. This game to me is a broken game. The controls are bad. The difficulty is messed up, and it's messed up for to me for the worst, or for or whatever. If you like the game hard all the time, and yeah, you think I suck at this game, but hell no. Why the hell would I be playing a game for 25 years and all of a sudden, I can't really get anywhere on this game. It's more of a strain. There is something awfully wrong with this game, and Capcom seriously needs to give even more updates for this game because this game is still broken. And I can't stand it so much that the only way how I'm going to get to play these older games, the way how I actually enjoy them, to me, the more real, actual, proper way, is by actually buying back the original games. Actually, I still have a bunch of them, so it doesn't matter to me anyways. And get back whatever ones I don't have and play them on the original consoles like the Sega Saturn, the PS1, the PS2. Especially knowing the fact that that's the only real way how you're going to get to play the Street Fighter EX series. Let's say from the PS1 version games. I'm sorry I don't have enough time to hook up a video comparing, let's say, Street Fighter 2 Turbo for Super Nintendo versus the one on here. And I can tell you, it's nothing alike, and the difficulty is just messed up for this version. That's just one example. Street Fighter Alpha 2, the difficulty seems a little bit more balanced, but most of the games to me are messed up here. And though this is the first time I'm getting to play Street Fighter 1 on this, I feel like when I'm doing the codes for to do a fireball and stuff, to me, I feel like it's not even working properly, but I wouldn't know because that's the only one I actually didn't play originally for the PC. But otherwise than that, I was playing all the other Street Fighter games from Street Fighter 2 all the way up back in the early 1990s. So I've been around from a long time. I'm not a young guy, and I can tell you there's something wrong with this. If you're one of those, if you're 1980s people, 1980s person like me, you grew up in the early 1990s and stuff. I'm telling you, you're not gonna get what you're expecting if you grew up on the console versions of this. I'm not sure about the people who only play these at the arcade, because those are the more basic, stripped down versions, the first original ones, which they put on here. But the more, like I said, the more added content, the more polished versions of these games on the console systems, and with the better music, I think, especially Street Fighter Alpha 1, you're not going to get it on here. So, to me, they did not do a professional job here. It's nice to see this collection. I appreciate them for that, but to me, it's, once again, it's BS because to me, it doesn't work properly. And unless Capcom decides to actually care and listen to their fans, I feel sorry for you guys if you don't get a proper update for this game. I'm getting rid of my copy, and I'm happy to. And if I decide to play these older games again, I'm playing them back on the original systems like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, PS1, Sega Saturn, PS2, stuff like that, Dreamcast, for Street Fighter, the Street Fighter 3 series. That's how I will be playing these games for the future, and I will not be playing them on anything else. I'm not even going to buy that Street Fighter Anthology set for PS2, because that, to me, also, you're not getting the originals either. You're getting the stripped-down arcade versions of that, too. So don't even think about going to that one. Get the original ones, especially if you love the original musics. It's for Street Fighter Alpha 1, the orchestrated musics for that. You're only going to get that through Sega Saturn and PS1. I'm not sure if they made that for the PC, but anyways, I'm just letting you know. I'm giving you a heads up. Just be careful because I really got screwed over here, and I hope none of you guys don't get screwed over here. Anyways, I'm done. I'm out.